Father spoke not a single word to me today. Before long.
Please, sister, you weep and wail like a common girl. Father has a kingdom to rule. A kingdom engaged in a historic endeavor.
You speak as if Father's duties include anything more than licking the boots of these dignitaries. It is inconceivable he cannot spare the time to break bread with his daughter.
You speak out of insolence and ignorance, Roland.
I speak only the truth. He leaves all the cumbersome tasks to the Wolforts and Minister Patria.
A king's word is to be obeyed.
And what of his subjects? Do they exist simply to bring him glory?
They are to serve.
The hell they are.
Believe as you wish. Speaking of his subjects, it appears lordship of House Wolfort.
What?
How fortunate for you to have a friend. Best not take loyalty for granted, however. House Wolfort is obedient enough for now. Use them well when you can, but be ready to bring down your fist if they dare to rise above their
Don't speak of them like lapdogs. They're not servants.
Do you really think to lead with such a soft heart? You are not...
Stop this fighting at one.
Enough of this.
Where are you going, brother?
To train with Sir Maxwell. There is a tourney on the morrow, after all.
Brother!
I yield.
Your spear wavers, my prince.
You've always been able to see through.
It's no great feat. Your heart lies ever on your...
Do I hear disapproval in your...
Not exactly, my prince. It can be a weak... After all, sometimes a direct strike is most effective at piercing a formidable...
I will take those words to heart, Sir Maxwell.
The pleasure was mine. I expect a good fight.
I take the field with House Wolfort. Together, I have no doubt...
Ah, that would explain your improvement. Young Sarah... Even so, I have no doubt you've held your own against him. Tomorrow you shall show the realm what I already know. That you are a warrior.
Sir Maxwell... Sometimes I wish I wasn't a prince.
Surely you jest. Your father is a great king, and an even greater man.
Apologies. I forget myself. Anyhow, I suppose I should rest till the morrow.
It cannot be easy being the youngest prince. To have others expect nothing from you, but you can rise above this, my prince. Seize your chance and...
Now that's what I call a feast. You've landed quite the catch, Frederica. He is a... You are too kind. And humble as well.
I can tell that your heart is pure and gentle.
Lady Frederica.
Forgive me if I caused offense. I thought only to return.
No apologies are needed.
Words come...
Forgive my curiosity. What sort of life did Lady Frederica lead in Esfrost?
Her life? Truth be told, my dear Serenoa, not a pleasant. Gustadolf's full siblings are the worst of the lot. They have not a shred of human. They cruelly bully the girl endlessly.
Is this...
True? Of course it is. My own father lived ever in the shadow of his elder brother, the former Archduke. Our house, too, is met with sneers. But no more. I shall show all those simpering And so I did my due research at the archives. That's my grab.
Dragan, please.
You can hardly blame me for availing myself of Glenbrook's finest light. Each cast more exotic than the last.
Just make sure your head is clear for tomorrow. Or...
Yes, a ceremony. I am too young to have known the war, so I see our three nations. But what of you, my kin-to-be? How do you see our grand...
It is impossible to understand each nation's
Interesting. You are the first I've spoken to express...
Like as not, it is a base...
It is a lord's place. We may at last share a common goal, but our motivations differ. The future... My new cousin has the intuition of a leader, I see. Or perhaps... In any event, it is always good. Let me tell you what I believe. I believe, as always, it is the young who must bear the burden of building the future. Whatever lies in our future, those who make it will mark their names in history. And mine will... And I would write yours next to it, my dear cousin. Pray, come visit me at...
Dragan, are you...
Worry not, Frederica. I'm just a bit... tipsy. Perhaps I should...
It would seem Lord Dragan has...
Quite the passionate fellow.
He's never been one to hide his ambition. Neither does he hide his disapproval of my brother.
Feelings which...
I grant it would be satisfying to see the sneers of those who look down on me wiped from their... But I also agree with Lord Simone that we must set our gaze, though I know not yet how I might best serve in this new age.
We are of the same mind in that regard, my lady.
Please, call me Frederica. We are to be husband and wife after all.
Of course, my... Frederica. Pray call me Serenoa as well. We should carry your cousin to his chambers.
Certainly, Serenoa. Let us take care not to wake him, lest he resume.
Benedict.
My lord.
Did you tell her that Serenoa would soon be taking over as...
Forgive me, my lord.
Save your apologies, Benedict. Doubtless she was overjoyed to hear it from you. Destra always... As do I. For 30 years you have served my house better than I ever could have asked.
You honor me.
My lord. I suspect this will be the last night I will hear those...
My lord, I will call for a healer at once.
Do not bother, Benedict. You know as well as I how my heart now...
My lord.
And so I entrust Sarah for our house. Pray heed this old man's final order.
Certainly. I will live...
Did you hear that, Destra? Our boy isn't my old dear friend. Long have we stood together.
I will not let you...
My beloved son, Serenoa, will oversee the... I expect you to serve him...
Of course, lords.
Aye, my lord. Our undying loyalty to House...
My son, listen well. The Lord's judgment shapes the fates of his kin and subjects alike. Responsibility for their well-being now falls on your shoulders. You must lead them well.
Yes, Father. To that end, I require wise counsel. Together, as Lord of House Wolffort, it is my duty to consider the... I shirk not from this responsibility. At the same time, I would be a fool to not seek guidance for my house and my people.
Well spoken, my son. I dare say.
The scales of conviction, a holy relic, said...
It was gifted to our family by the King of Glenbrook. However, it is of little use without deeds.
Coins.
Tokens of conviction, we call them. Give one each to only your most trusted retainers and allies. They will guide you when the path is darkest. Their words will illuminate the pitfalls. Heed well the advice of your friends and subjects, and choose your steps carefully. Such has been the way of our house, and such you must see it always.
I will, Father. I shall treasure these gifts and make wise...
Very good. Now do you...
We await your orders.
We depart for the capital at once. May this ceremony be...
For House Wolffort!
And so the stewardship of House Wolffort passes from father to son. Lord Simon Wolffort, beloved throughout Glenbrook, entrusts the future to young Serenoa. With the ceremony to mark the beginning of the joint mining venture and a tourney on the horizon. With no heroic deeds yet to his name, the new Lord Wolffort sets his eyes on the proving grounds, eager to...
So Lord Simon will step down. I suppose the time comes for us all to pass on the torch eventually. What wisdom has your father bestowed upon?
He has told me what it means to be lord of a house.
Very good. Serenoa of House Wolffort, the crown of Glenbrook now looks to you for loyal service and brotherhood.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I dare you to say that again, Thalis.
Must you make me repeat myself? I am the Prime Minister of Esfrost. I and I alone am fit to represent our nation. Go push your papers in the shadows like the minor lordling's son you are.
You would shame me. You, who would be nothing if not for your high birth. Your ineptitude is...
Dragan, you...
You both forget yourself.
Frederica?
If you must bray at each other, then do so back home. You're bickering.
Such strong words. Do you think you're above us now that you're being wed to mighty?
Please, Erica.
My apologies, but the ceremony will begin soon. I ask the delegates of each nation to make their...
And you must be Serenoa Wolffort. Well, I suppose we should bother the happy couple. Well done, Frederica. I see you've inherited your... She always did have a way with men.
Too bad you also inherited her hair. That's sickly.
Pray forgive my cousins, Lord Serenoa, and...
Those two.
Thalis and Erica Esfrost. Full brother and sister to Archduke Gustadolf, and my half-siblings.
I see. Well, I hope that we can all come together.
My honored guests, I am pleased to announce that operations at the Grand Norzelian Mines have commenced.
The Earth has yielded treasures more magnificent than even. May the mines endure for many years as a symbol of
Well said. With Hyzant's Sultan capital, Esfrost's ingenuity, and Glenbrook, it is a partnership built on 3 pillars, each bearing equal weight. A particular note is Lord Dragan, whose knowledge has allowed us to and House Wolfort, whose mediation has proved invaluable in forming this accord. May their deeds... Let us raise our cups and toast...
Huzzah! Huzzah! Lord Serenoa is smiling from ear to ear. Shame his parents couldn't be here to see this.
Do not get too swept away in the moment, Eredor. We have a job to do here.
Now that the formalities are done with, let the... Step forward, Sir Mac.
So, this is the one they call the Dawn Spear.
Glenbrook's fiercest warrior. They say he has never known.
I would take the measure of this man.
Now that the foundations for peace have been laid, let us be stifled by rigid formality no longer. There is a tourney to be had, after all. A much...
Here, here! Here,
Here, here!
Will any among you prove a match for our Sir Maxwell? I very much look forward to finding out. Until then...
Eat, drink, and be merry. It shall not be long until final preparations are...
Our time is nigh, Serenoa. Ah, but I forget myself. Our time is nigh, Lord Wolfort.
Thank you. But living up to the title will be no easy.
You'll do your father proud, I'm sure.
Come, preparing for the...
Training? And here when your friend is troubled by doubt.
Did you expect me to comfort you as your...
Your new title's made you bold. Just because you've become Lord, it doesn't mean I'll sit back and take your...
Haha, now that's the...
At least my...
You two were quite the pair.
Fast friends from the day we met.
Apologies for not introducing you sooner. This is Huette of the Kingsguard.
I am tasked with keeping His Highness safe, though he often seems...
Ah, Prince Roland has told me much about you. I can see...
I shall see that it is so.
Now, let us begin our preparations.
Today, we claim...